have a little bit of a problem, and I have to tell you about it, and it's been bothering me, and maybe it's best to just show you. Can you tell what the problem is? I don't know if you can or not, and I have a briefcase, and it's time to talk about it. All of those boxes are product that has been sent to me over the past couple of months, and in all honesty, it's still not everything because there's a couple more things I have to show. But in this video, what we're actually going to do is I'm going to take everything out and show you the boxes and talk about some really cool stuff that's been sent to me and give some sneak peek things. This is going to be a great video to stick around to. This is a really huge opportunity for you to drop down in the comments and tell me what are some of the things that you want to see from these products. Maybe comparisons, reviews, things like that. The goal is to release 2, maybe 3 videos a week just to kind of A, get through the backlog of product that I have, but B, just I want to kind of get back into showing some ways to actually doing it with streaming. I'm going to be streaming a lot more consistently on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming New World. I've made a New World channel, love the game, and I'm going to kind of consistently do that. Plus, we're bringing back content reviews, which will be once a week. I'll post more about that, maybe even once every 2 weeks. Anyway, be on the lookout for it. Join the Discord if you want more information, and we have a huge charity event coming up in 2 months. So this is kind of like a channel update as well as a huge unboxing, not unboxing testing. Let's get into it. Oh, one of these products is like $1,000, by the way. It's really cool. It's a niche industry product. Let's start pulling them out. Here's the truth. Some of this stuff I know about. Some of this stuff is in boxes and I haven't even bothered to peek in, and I have no clue what's in here. I have no clue what's coming through, so we're gonna take a look at it together. This is the AmpliTank Profile 3 cardioid condenser microphone from FIFINE. I know some of you who've watched this channel for a long time have probably realized that I have a pretty close connection with FIFINE. They were one of like the first people who sent me product. Honestly, I have loved all their microphones, and if I didn't have access to the equipment that I have, I would probably still be using a FIFINE microphone. This whole channel was actually on a FIFINE microphone that I got that my wife bought me when I was starting to take content seriously in 2019. We've had a long connection with them, and they've always sent us whatever they have that's brand new for us to take a look at. The only thing I know about this cardioid condenser microphone is that it's supposed to be very clean, natural, as it says here, but honestly, I think that the price is what comes into it. So I'm really excited. Probably think about testing this against the Wave 3. This is one of those products that's one of those brand new to the market ones. Interested to see what's happening with this. The AmpliTank brand from them has been pretty impressive so far, so let me know what you want to see with this. There's going to be a lot of different products, and there's no order. Literally just grabbing them off the pile as I get them. There's kind of things I want to talk about as we kind of go through it. AVerMedia sent over this, the Live Gamer Ultra S. This is their refreshed Live Gamer USB 2.0 capture card, I do believe, versus HDMI 2.0 capture card, not USB. This is a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type C, 5 gig card, HDMI 2.0, 4K 60 HDR, variable refresh rate pass through, 1440 140, 1080 240, and then capture resolutions up to 4K 60, high refresh 1440 or 240 hertz 1080p. I mean, I'm really excited to see more about this. This card's been out for maybe like a couple weeks. They've sent it to me. Interesting enough, we are a partner with AVerMedia, so there's a way you can get all this stuff a lot cheaper. I'm really excited to test this out. It's kind of hard to innovate on the capture card market, but they've been doing some really cool things like the brick, the power brick that's also a capture card. You gotta check out that video. But this is an answer to make it competitively priced and cheaper than competitors with similar features as well as maybe even better features. So I'm excited to test this one out. You'll see a couple pieces of content that we've already planned with AVerMedia for this one. They are sponsoring those videos, but this one's not. This is just me talking about it. Just kind of excited to kind of pop it in the system and see. We'll grab a couple that are fully unboxed. This is the Mayono PD100X. This was sent over, I think, 2 months ago. This was like around the Christmas rush. I've already reviewed the PD100X before, but it was a RGB around the body. I'll show you a little clip of it here. It was like an RGB around the body with stuff like that. Anyway, this is just kind of a different version of it where it looks more like the FIFINE AM8, which is like the most popular microphone that we review on this channel. Anyway, so I kind of wanted to see how that would compare. So they sent over the newer one for me to take a look at. I'll probably put this into another condenser, or excuse me, a dynamic lineup. I'm thinking about doing a full refresh of all of my microphones, which should be about 20 microphones to test in my new like space right here. Yeah, that one should be coming out sometime next month too. This one I've also had for about a month, and a half. There was no like guarantee of like content for any of this stuff. It was like, hey, here's the product. We'd love for you to test it. If you want to make some content for it, sure. There was no agreement or anything like that. This is the Lewitt Ray. It's the autofocus microphone. This has been out for a while, and a lot of other content creators had already made product or content around it. They sent it to me. You can see that it's still in like the plastic wrap, but I think the whole point of this is it's supposed to intelligently somehow on the sensor on here figure out where your voice is and then kind of intelligently mute everything that's past it or something. I've tried to not avoid other people's reviews of it because one, I want to be able to see how I like it, but in that same case, I don't want to be biased going into it and know everything. I really want to test it for myself and see what I like or don't like. It's XLR, it's not USB, it has a whole bunch of just like technology, and honestly, it looks really cool. I'm kind of excited to test it out. I think this is going to go against maybe like the Rode NT1 series. Anyway, we'll probably test it against that. That is going to be a pretty awesome video coming out with this one. Next big box. Oh Gato, I love you, but I have so many of you. This is so weird to say, but I have so many of your products that I have so many of these low profile or high profile brackets, and I can't be messed to go get like a knife to open boxes because I have a little, I have a son who's young and I don't want to have a knife in my office or anything like that. So, and I need the plastic little box opener, but I use your I use this to open boxes. So, Elgato, not only are you responsible for capturing this camera, the stream decks and everything, but you're opening my boxes for for videos as well. So this is the FIFINE AM6T condenser microphone kit. Basically all it is the FIFINE AM6. We reviewed this microphone on the channel. I reviewed this microphone. I thought it was pretty cool how you could like use the little knob and dial, and I thought it was a nice microphone, especially for the price of it, like how cheap it was. But anyway, they have a kit where it comes with the actual mic stand included. So I asked them to send over some products that they're currently trying to push and promote so that I could talk about. And again, none of it's sponsored. Like they're not paying me to say anything. I just told them to send stuff, and then I've also roasted stuff like their capture card, which is right there. I didn't like too much. But anyway, that being said, we're gonna try to talk about all of these kits that are really cool and say like, if you were a budget content creator getting into the game, I started my channel on a kit like this, which was the old K651, I can't remember what it was now, but in 2019, but it was a kit with a microphone arm as well as the actual microphone itself. I was pretty impressed with the AM6 itself, seeing as it includes this. We'll see what the price is like, and this will kind of be in a conglomerate video of what do I recommend for budget creators just getting started. Maybe that's where it lands. This is the FIFINE K688 CT, same thing, it's just a kit, but it comes with a FIFINE K688. I literally have it right here with a 3D printed bracket to make it look even closer. Like, look at this. Look how close it looks to like a SM7B. I asked them, I said, hey, did you make an update to this? Because some people have seen it differently. This is the original one. You see how close the actual diaphragm and the capsule is to the very top? My understanding is this has been updated. Now, I'm not confirming it, and nor did FIFINE confirm it. They just said, hey, we'll send you the kit. Why don't you test it and you let us know if it's changed or not, basically. Like, hey, hint, hint. My hope is that this is maybe an inch or so recessed, or even half an inch recessed. Anyway, so they sent me a new one so that we could take a look at it and see how we like that. Apparently, I think this is supposed to stick on a little bit better. I don't know. We have another box. Oh my gosh, they sent so much. They sent another K688T, FIFINE K688CT. I don't know what the difference is. You're gonna have to watch the future video to find out why I have two, because there has to be a difference, and we're gonna figure it out together. Maybe it's gonna cost. I should totally do should I do a giveaway? Comment down below. Should I do a giveaway or something? I don't know. Maybe that's what we do. But they did send over, guess what? Another K688, but I'm pretty sure this is the white one I asked for. This is the one that I think I saw another reviewer say that the capsule was lower on it, and honestly, it's an all metal body. It's not plastic. It feels so good. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, this might be one of the first things I do because I kind of want to use it. Is it lower? The answer is yes. Look how the capsule, they moved it back. It looks like a little bit smaller of a capsule. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I know it's in this box, but it needs to be paired with something. Let me show you. This was actually sent over, I think probably right after TwitchCon, this audio mixer, and I held on to it because I didn't really know what to do with it. And again, there was no like content promise or anything. They were just like, hey, take a look at it and review. Well, anyway, after reviewing the laptop that they let me take a hold of and hold on for a little bit, I said, I'm ready to do this video, but I would really love the HyperX microphone that you guys have to test with it. And it said, sure, I'll send it over. It's not mine to keep. I have to send it back. I think I've held onto this box longer than I should have, if that makes sense. I think I should have already sent it back by now. But in that same case, HyperX has been like so chill. I love working with that team. I think they're really awesome. So they've been, you know, haven't heard anything negative. Anyway, so we'll probably get this one done pretty quick so I can get all of this back to them. This is the HyperX Procast. This is the XLR condenser microphone that they have, 48 volt. Obviously it needs phantom power to work. But anyway, I asked them to send over this specific microphone because I wanted an XLR mic to test with it. And I'm gonna do a lot of recording because I can't keep this one. And I don't know if I'd probably buy it outright myself just because of the amount of microphones I do have here. But I wanna test it and I'm gonna get a lot of just 32-bit recordings and everything to use for future videos. But I'm pairing it with this to do a 2 PC capture card video on how you set up a 2 PC, you know, how do you get audio working between your 2 PCs with a capture card if you're going to do a gaming and streaming PC, which people still do today. And there is an argument with, there used to be like, well, your graphics card's powerful enough to be able to do it all. You don't really need 2 PCs. And I'm like, sure, but have you seen the requirements for some games today? It's kind of insane. I mean, what is it? Monster Hunter Wilds just released, and for you to be able to play like 1080p medium, you have to have an RTX 2060. That's 1080p medium 60 FPS with frame gen on. That's literally on Steam's recommended spot. So yeah, in some ways, sometimes instead of spending $2,000-$3,000 on a PC, like I have an expensive PC, but even I game at 4K. I know I create my own problem, but that being said, I probably will set all this up and be like, I kind of like the idea of having a streaming PC, and I might keep it. But I have one that's ready. I have one more. The suitcase, but before I unbox it, I want to say I've had so much product sent, and I already know what one of the questions is going to be in the comment, or even a statement. I just want to go ahead and talk about it. They're going to say like, hey, how do you get these brands to send you a whole bunch of product? Or people are going to say like, oh my God, look, you got a whole bunch of free product. All he's going to do is simp for these companies, and he's going to say good things because he just keeps wanting free stuff. And while I can sit here and say like, is it cool to get free product? 100%. Do I keep all of that product? Probably like 50-60% of it, and the rest of it I give away. Like I just hand it to people, and my close friends literally will come over and I'll just hand them stuff. And so that's kind of how it's been in the past. I don't know. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, when I started this YouTube channel, it was a gaming channel to start with. I started switching over to content and streaming tutorials, which I'm getting back into. When it was that situation, you know, I started creating that moment of, I just gave honest thoughts about it, and then it started with 1 or 2 products, and 3 or 4, and then it took years before I started getting connections with the larger brands. And it wasn't just like one day I emailed, you know, like an Elgato or an AVerMedia rep and said, hey, HyperX, how's it going? Send me your really big expensive product, you know, I'll take care of it for you. No, it was a lot of just building up the content on the platform and letting the platform speak for itself. Very rarely did I actually reach out to a rep and say, hey, this is what I need. It was more of, hey, this is what's happening. Do you want to be a part of? And so if you're getting into content creation and you're like, hey, I want to be a part of this situation, I want to do something like this, I would just encourage you, A, there's a long learning curve to doing content creation. Maybe not as much now because there's so many resources, but B, make sure you're ready for the long haul. There's this whole point of instant gratification when it comes to product, or not product, but content creation, where it's like I post a video and I expect millions of views, especially with short form content where it takes like less than a second for it to count as a view, compared to like a YouTube video where it takes seconds of you watching it before it actually counts as a view. It's a completely different game, especially horizontal to vertical. And if you're a great vertical creator, it doesn't mean that you're going to be great at horizontal. And even in my case, I do okay at horizontal, I feel, but I'm not that great at vertical. And in some cases, I'm not the best editor in the world either. You know, I have someone who, if I'm short on time, I'll send a video out to get edited. You know, Cyclops or Wyatt, Cyclops in my community, but Wyatt is his name, has been editing my videos for a while. Whenever I'm like up to a time crunch, he'll actually probably edit this video as well. If you want to put some text down here, Wyatt, like a business card promotion. Anyway, he's such a chill dude. He was actually a former student of mine, but you know, I didn't just one day end up here, and there's been a long journey and there's a lot of things to figure out. And in that same case, the last 2 months, I haven't really published a lot of videos, and some of that is for completely different reasons. Those things are passing, and I'm finally going to be able to jump back down in content, start streaming more consistent and doing some stuff. Anyway, not to get on like a crazy thing there, but yeah, my goal is to get back to being more consistent here on this channel, posting on my gaming channel, which is monetized. It's almost 2,000 subscribers now, and it's only like 7 videos on it, and then streaming on Twitch. That's what I'm really excited about, getting back to a consistent streaming schedule. Speaking of streaming, there's a charity event that's going to be coming up in April, which is our normal Share the Love event. It normally happens in February. Decided to push it back a couple months because, again, probably because I've been crazy busy. Well, that's what's happened. I'm looking for, and this is very real, my goal this year, it's normally 24 streamers for 48 hours where we raise money for St. Jude, and it's a 2-hour slotted rate-a-thon all the way through, where we give content creators from 0 viewers to whatever, they get their 2-hour slot. They're able to be a part of a charity event. You know, we'll be able to give away some products, got some connections with some brands for it. I really want to do 36 streamers, 72 hours, but that's a little ambitious, and I really want the goal to be $5,000 this year. I don't know if we can do that. That's my like lofty, ambitious goal. But we'll see about that. If you want more information, join the Discord, links in the description. Last product to take a look at is one that the guy who sent it over said, hey, I just want you to tell me if you like the product. I had actually got on the phone with him, talked to the guy, and it was a great conversation. It's a really small, like indie studio. They're not a big brand or anything. And so everything is handcrafted. And apparently this guy like makes the best like XLR cables in the industry. And so he actually like, this microphone I'm about to like show you in the case was something that he sent over and said, I keep the cable attached, pre-attached, because I don't want any signal interference or issues from the microphone to the actual XLR connector where you're plugging it into the interface. And then also recommended I not use an extender past that if I can, and if I have to, make sure that it's a short one and a high quality one so I don't have any degradation of his microphone. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm going to show you what's inside the briefcase. I've only looked in here once before, but anyway, it's WaveTech Audio. Again, it's a small boutique kind of company. My understanding, it's literally a Pelican case. Look at this, guys. He included some stuff here. I mean, you can go ahead and see all the information if you want. Really cool, but you can see that the cable is literally pre-attached, right? And it's a really, I mean, it's a really malleable cable, which is nice, but I think it's only like 6 feet. It does have a shock mount that's included with it, as well as kind of a crumpled up wind poppet thing. I'm excited to test this out because this microphone is on his website for $1,000, and it will be currently, if when I test it, it's retail price, the most expensive microphone that I have tested in this studio, and the most expensive microphone that I've used for this channel. I've used more expensive ones when I was doing stage stuff, like for concerts and things like that. For this channel, it'll be the most expensive microphone we've tested. So I'm kind of excited to see how this performs. But anyway, it's the Wave, I think it's the WM01. I can't remember the exact model number, but if you want to go pre-check it out, it's WaveTouch Audio. It's a condenser microphone. The capsule, you can go ahead and see it kind of shined right there. Pretty big. And we have so many. We have the Lewitt, we have the Rode, so many things to test it against. I'm kind of excited to see what the quality of this is. And that'll be a wrap for this video. Comment down below any thoughts about comparisons of these videos, the content, questions you have about this channel, and I might even make an updated video to this to just kind of address any of the things that might be comments in that. That being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Check out one of these 2 videos. I'm sure that will be beneficial of your time, especially if you're looking to upgrade your streaming career, what you're doing, whatever the case, because what's important is you being able to just stop worrying about the tech and do what you do best. Thank you for watching this video. We'll catch you in the next one.